Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. As you can see, I have an array of flashlights here in front of me, and that's because a company called Olight contacted me and said, we have a bunch of new flashlights we'd like you to test. And I am absolutely fascinated and obsessed with flashlights. I lived in Alaska for 45 years. 45 years, yes, that's right. And in that 45 years, I spent a lot of time in the dark. Alaska is very cold and very dark all winter. And winter is from October to May. And real serious darkness, as in only 4 or 5 hours of light. You would go to work in the dark, you would come home in the dark. That lasts a good 4 months. And so I'm just obsessed with flashlights. I've always owned a lot of flashlights. I've always had an obsession with finding the best flashlights and the ones that worked the best, that were the cheapest, that gave me the best bang for the buck, but above all, that were reliable. So I love flashlights. Just really am absorbed with the idea of flashlights. So I was delighted, and flashlights have improved so drastically. When I was a young man, Maglite was the flashlight everyone owned. If you remember those, that was a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still in business. They were the best lights you could buy. They were enormous. I mean, they were like 6, 8, 10 D-cell batteries and big, and they were actually a weapon. They marketed them as much as a weapon as a flashlight, and they threw a lot of light, but they were enormous. And of course, I had them because that was the best you could buy. They were expensive, but it was the best you could buy. So I owned them. Well, with the LED, things have gotten much better. But even LEDs have drastically improved. They're throwing so much light out of LEDs, and batteries have drastically improved. So a really high power LED light takes a special battery that can really push out a lot of power really fast. That's why your cheap lights have low power and they don't last long, because they just takes a really expensive Cree, C-R-E-E, is the big name now in LED lights, and so nearly every good light you see will have a Cree LED in it, and big lithiums. 18650 is kind of the universal lithium battery now, so I would kind of expect it to have a battery along the lines of an 18650. I'm going to actually show you one here in a minute. So they sent me these 4 lights here, the 1, 2, and I'll show you those, and these 2. This one's a key ring flashlight. And they also sent me this is for a gun rail. Now, I don't have a gun, so I'm not going to really be able to test this. I'll try to find someone with a gun that can test that on, but I can't. I unboxed it and looked at it. So I'm delighted. These are my major thinking. A flashlight for me to last a long time has to feel good. It has to have a good grip. It has to have rechargeable batteries. It has to have a super bright light. And so that's the criteria when this company sent these to me. That's what I knew they had to do and accomplish. Let's start here with this one. I'm in love with, and I'm gonna, what I did was I went to, there's a local, just a block away, there's a high school. I'm at my sister's. Those of you who are wondering, why are you in a house? I'm at my sister's house for Thanksgiving. This is a Thanksgiving sale. It actually is a really good sale, so I'm going to really encourage you to consider buying any one of these things. They're expensive. I think the most expensive one here is $140, and the least is like $50. But they're on sale, really good sale. So still, if you're going to buy one, this would be the time. Okay, this is the first one they sent me. You see, they sent 2 of them, one in a different color, and I haven't got it out yet. Let me hold this up here for you. Hope that'll focus on it. This is the Seeker 2, and one of the things, I don't know if you'll notice it, is around here there are little tiny lights, and one of them shows the battery remaining, and the other one shows the level of light you're on. And that is a huge thing. Having a light that shows the battery remaining means that I will always get it recharged in time. And these are the big new 3,200 lumens. 3,200 lumens. This battery is 1,000, and I was very impressed with it. This blows it away. This is a tinker toy. This is nothing. This thing is fantastic. This claims 250 meters roughly a yard, and 32 of throw. I know it'll do 150 because I've tested it, and 3,200 lumens. Lumens are an important number. You want to always check the lumens. And I don't know if you can really see that. This is I want to make sure that focuses. It's struggling a little bit. But this is I love this grip. You can see, I don't know if you can see, it's knurled, meaning it's fantastic. It's got this plastic stuff on it. Love this grip. Fantastic amount of light. So there's the lowest. This is the lowest. I'm scared to even shine it at it. It's just a fantastic amount of light, fantastic amount of throw. I love this light. I will always own this light or one like it. This is the Seeker 2 Pro. Now, something unusual they did, and I have good and bad feelings about it, is to charge it, it comes with this magnet thing. Let's light up as that. And they all will charge each other, and then, of course, it's a USB. And this, you can't really see it. There is, at the tip here, the base here, is a red and green light. When it's charging, it's red, and when it's done charging, it's green. And where's that at? I got it the wrong way. I love this flashlight. I will always own one of these. I got my mixed feelings about that. If you lose this, you can't charge anymore. That's bad. That's bad. I love that it's USB charging. And this, I'll show you the battery in it. So this is this battery will go bad. Say you own this for 20 years, and you can. It'll go bad, and it uses something called a 21700. And that's a pretty universal battery. You can replace the battery. So they're fantastic batteries and easily replaceable if at some point they do die. And they do come and they come in colors. They sent me this one. And I'll show you all the stuff it comes with. Oh, I'm bouncing you around there when I do that. All right. Really, the boxing on these things kind of bizarre. So this is what came with it. First is a pretty cool little, gotta get that off of there. Pretty cool holster. Nice little holster. It goes on, it goes in. Oh, you could hang it. That would be what that's for. You could have it on a strap around your neck. Or you could, and then it snaps on. And of course, it's got a belt loop. So that's nice. I mean, this would be, nearly always this would be extra money. And what else does it come with? Oh, it comes with a wall hanger. And I haven't figured this out yet. I haven't done it yet. This is a wall hanger. So this mounts aluminum. This weighs nothing. This mounts on the wall, and that hangs from it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Where's the, oh, then that would have to go on it. So that's how that would charge. Again, you lose this, you're not charging anymore. That's a bad thing. I dislike that. This is cool, but I'd rather have a universal charger than that. Okay, let's look at the next light. But coming with this is really a plus. Really a plus. I'd carry that on my belt pretty often, I think. This is a different light. This is thinking of this as a tactical light. What is the name of this? It's a M2R Pro Warrior. Now this is what they call a tactical light. And in the world of tactical, that means this is a fighting light. And what makes this a fighting light is these edges here. You see those? They're not sharp. I'm running my finger over them. You're not going to cut yourself on them. But that's not pleasant. and you take it and you... that's the idea. It's actually, this becomes a weapon. It isn't a very heavy weapon, but if someone smashes you in the head, that's going to hurt a lot. And this has a very long, narrow beam. you'll see when I get the when you get this light, very long and narrow. I think it throws, I would guess it throws half again further than this. It only claims 300 meters, but let me show you the box for it. But it really throws a light, and I'm very, very impressed with it as well. And also it uses the same battery, so it's going to probably be about the same. What did it come with? Oh, it came with a, this also came with, and of course it's got a belt clip, or it goes in the, and of course the belt loop. Very nice, fantastic light. Fantastic light. Love both of these. So let's talk about prices. This one is $139.95. I like it better. I like the rubber on the grip. I love the rubber on the grip. The grip means so much to me. It also has, oh, I guess I should show this to you. So you can see here all those lights. On one of them, only one of the lights is lit up. That means it's on the first setting, the lowest setting, and the battery, oh, it went off. Okay, I hope you can see that. It shows the battery and the light. It has four bars of battery, and it's still on the first line. Okay. I love that. That's a feature you're buying. That's one of the reasons it's more expensive. Is because it has that feature, the rubber. This is $139.95. This is $109.95. This is $69.95. Puts out a huge amount of light. This would really tempt me. It's much smaller. Puts out a huge amount of light. This is $69.95, and this will go on my key ring and will stay there forever. This is a fantastic light. Puts out a lot more. It puts out a whole lot more light than this. I mean, it's 2 or 3 times brighter. It's barely any bigger. I shouldn't be talking about this already. Let me hold that over there. Oops, the magnet grabs. It's not any bigger, smaller actually. Puts out twice as much light. I love this thing. Okay, so let's talk about this. Now this one has a standard 18650 battery. If you know anything about batteries, that's a standard 18650. These are common as dirt. This battery is what makes a Tesla battery. A Tesla battery is hundreds of these wired together. This battery, I mean, a different company, I don't know who the company is. They probably haven't made it specifically for them, but this is an 18650, universally acceptable and findable, and you can get it anywhere, anytime. Fantastic amount of light. Very small. Doesn't have the rubber grip, but this is so knurled. It's very comfortable. I would never think about covering this. Very small. For the bang for buck. How much was this one? Oh, this is the S2R Baton 2. That is the S2R Baton 2. And you can see in my hand, put it like that. You can see and I have a fairly small hand. You can see in my hand, it's small. Nice one. Puts out 1100 lumens. Fantastic amount of light. Really amazing amount of light. This came. They sent me 2 of these, a red one and a black one. I opened the black one, and it puts out an awful lot of light. I think this only has one. A lot of light. I really like this light. I'll always have that on my key ring. It will replace this light. Will replace this light on my key ring. You can see compared to my keys. Let's see. Can you see that? Put it over against my arm. And this will replace this. This will go in the drawer, maybe even to the Salvation Army. Puts out more light, smaller, lighter. I like it a lot. So they also sent me these little tiny flashlights. These are good flashlights, but they're not in the same category. They are giving away these 13Es. It's one or the other of these, one of the colors. They've sent me 2 colors. And these are kind of just a more standard, traditional light. It's got a good LED, but it's not particularly, fantastic. And so they sent me 3 of them, the 13T and the 13 and the 13 UV. And so that's what this is. Isn't it marked at all? It's a little 13 EOS. Let me hold on to that. It's a keychain light, but it's just a standard. A couple things I don't like about these. It just uses a standard AAA. I don't want to own a flashlight that uses AAAs, although this is very tiny. And it's a squeeze on, but you can see it puts out a lot of light. This is like $20. The T is $20. I think this is $10. This is and they're giving this as a gift. You order one of these, and they'll give you this as a gift. And this is that's amazing. Really, really is. Let me turn this on. I don't know how charged this is. So this is 70. This is 10, and they're putting out really pretty, I would guess, pretty close to the same amount of light. That's a lot of light. At any rate. Oh, I didn't have it all the way on. Well, this is really nice. I mean, let me show you in my hand. Can I? Okay, I'll have to hold it like that. Turn that off. It's tiny. There's my index finger. So very tiny light, and they're giving these away. So you definitely want to think about that. They have a really good deal. And there's a link in the description. There'll be a link to all of these, but mainly there's a link to the page. That's probably all I'll put in. If you go through my link, it will be an affiliate link. Let me be completely upfront. They're making me an affiliate, and I'll get 10%. So if you want to support my channel, go ahead and use that affiliate link. You can go to olight.com, or I'll put in all the information on all the pricing down below. It's 40% off on nearly all of them. The expensive lights are 40%. These are just the beginning. They have lights that are like $300-400. I mean, just really, really, really expensive. Okay, next up, I'm going to show you me testing these lights at night. I put my camera on manual, so it didn't adjust to the light. You'll see it's black when you start. There's one light at the end that stays on. It's a porch light, so that light was fixed. It was always there. Didn't come and go. I was standing on the goal line of a football field. So the goalposts are about 110 yards away, and then there are houses on the other side of a street. I would guess at 150 yards away, because it's beyond the goalposts, beyond the road, and then the houses are all inset beyond the road. So about at least 150 yards, and you'll see that this one in particular, the tactical, the M2R Pro Warrior, easily lit up all the houses 150 yards away. It's fantastic, and when you see it, it's a very narrow pencil beam. And this one is also the one that is tactical, and that's what they want. They want you to see the enemy very far away, and so that makes it tactical. But it's a great flashlight. And if you want to throw the longest beam, buy this one, the Warrior. And if you want to throw a very wide, so you can see everything close, and very long but not as long, then the Seeker 2, buy it. And that's what I want, long and wide. I see everything up close. Okay, let's take a look at that now. So you can see I'm standing here on the goal line. It's pitch black. The camera is on manual. It's not showing anything but pitch black. And now this is the first flashlight. It is the Seeker 2. You can see the goal posts down there. It's very wide, very broad. Now the second light is the Warrior. You can see it's very narrow. You can see the buildings much better, but you lose a lot of the foreground. So it's a pencil beam. Throws a very long light. Pretty amazing. And now with it off, we'll go back to the third light. This is the Baton 2. And it doesn't quite reach down to the goalpost, just barely lights up at the far end. Now this next light is the smallest. It's the S1R Baton 2. And it's, it's not lighting up, but you can see the chalk lines. It's still throwing a very, very long light. Plenty good enough. It's a key ring light. Okay, folks, I hope you got something out of this video. Fantastic. Flashlights are so important to us. When we're out in boondocking, for a boondocker, flashlights are critically important. You hear something goes off at night, you lose your dog, something important to you blows away in the middle of the night. You hear your dog's outside, you hear coyotes outside, and you want to look around and find that coyote. A good, strong, powerful light is worth its weight in gold. These are worth their weight in gold to me. I would never hesitate to buy one of these. Now I'm going to do long-term review. I'll keep at least 2 of them, or more. I'm really in love with these lights. And I will do a long-term test and tell you how will they hold up. That's the real test, and I don't know that yet, but we will soon. I'll follow up in 3 months, 6 months, and a year. That's what I try to do on reliability tests. I'm sure you got something out of this. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later.